What if I told you the most dangerous weapon in the world isn't a gun, a bomb, or a knife? It's trust. And the person standing next to you, the one who makes you laugh, the one you fall for, might just be using that weapon against you. This is the story of a man who could steal anything except his own heart, a woman who played him at his own game, and a con so big it made millions vanish in plain sight. At a crowded football stadium, everyone's eyes are on the field, but not Nikki Spurgeon's. While fans cheer, he scans the crowd like a hawk, tracking movements, reading body language, calculating human behavior like a machine. He's not watching the game. He's watching people. Beside him sits Jess Barrett, smart, stunning, and curious. She's trying to understand Nikki's world, unaware that she's already part of it. Nikki spots a beautiful woman walking out of the stands and nudges Jess with a smirk. Let's see how many people turn to look at her. A stranger nearby, Liuan, hears this and decides to join the fun. It starts with a harmless $10 bet, and Jess guesses closest. She wins, everyone laughs. It's all in good fun. But then the stakes start to climb. Next up, who's going to commit the next foul? Jess backs out, saying she doesn't know the game. But Nikki? He throws down $1,000. The whistle blows. He wins. Then comes a $5,000 bet. Will the next player run or pass? This time, Nikki loses. Liuan's eyes light up. He smells blood. He challenges Nikki again. $10,000. Nikki hesitates, then agrees, and loses. Again. His face stays cool, but Jess is visibly shaken. Liuan keeps pushing. Next, $50,000, then $100,000. Bet after bet, Nikki keeps losing. Jess pleads with him to stop, but something in Nikki has shifted. It's not just a game anymore, it's personal. His pride is on the line. Liuan teases him. You're in VIP, man. What's $100K to you? Nikki silently pulls out a stack of cash and slaps it on the table. The next pass is made. It's completed. Nikki loses again. Now, he's down $1 million. Jess is on the verge of tears, but Nikki doesn't walk away. Instead, he places one last bet. This time, it's all or nothing. $2 million. Liuan picks a random player through a pair of binoculars far across the stadium. Jess has to guess the jersey number. There are dozens of players, hundreds of numbers. It's madness. Jess is furious, demanding to leave, but Nikki tells her calmly, just say the number that feels like you. She reluctantly lifts the binoculars. Her eyes scan the field. Then, she freezes. One of the players is Farhad, their old teammate, wearing jersey number 55. Jess hesitates, then says it. Liuan's face turns pale. She's right. They win. Back in the car, bags of money now sitting at their feet, Jess turns to Nikki. How did you know? He grins, because this entire bet was never about chance. It was precision psychology. They had been planting the number 55 into Liuan's subconscious for days. The number was everywhere, on the security guard's lapel, on highway signs, on the radio. A song played in his car, repeating 55 over 100 times. It wasn't random, it was programming. When Liuan picked a number, he thought it was his idea. It wasn't. They chose it for him. Jess is stunned, but that's not where their story begins. It goes much further back. Months earlier, Jess tried to run a scam on Nikki in a hotel bar. A rookie move. She flirted, faked being drunk, tried to swipe his wallet. But Nikki saw it coming a mile away. Instead of calling her out, he saw potential. He told her, "You've got a gift. You just don't know how to use it." That night changed everything. He introduced her to his crew, professional con artists with years of experience. He trained her, first in small tricks, lifting wallets, misdirection, sleight of hand, then in bigger setups. At a busy Mardi Gras in New Orleans, they worked crowds with perfect timing. Jess distracted tourists while others picked pockets. She learned quickly. Confidence replaced nerves. Soon, she was pulling off jobs solo. A bump, a touch, a smile, wallet gone. Nobody suspected her. And Nikki watched from afar, proud. Then came the big leagues. They used high-tech lenses to see opponents' cards at poker tables, scanned credit cards, and copied their data before sliding them back into wallets. They even installed fake ATM machines that recorded PIN numbers, while Farhad pulled entire account details. Jess was stunned at the scale. They were making millions, and she was right in the middle of it. But when the job was over, Nikki did something unexpected. He gave her $80,000 and walked away. No warning, no explanation. Jess was crushed. 3 years passed. Nikki resurfaced in Buenos Aires, older, wearier, and broke. He'd taken a job with Garriga, a billionaire team owner whose Formula One race team was on the verge of launching a secret weapon, EXR, a revolutionary algorithm designed to guarantee race wins. Nikki was hired to pose as Garriga's disgruntled engineer. The plan? Create a public scene, make rival teams believe he had a grudge, and then sell them a fake version of EXR. Garriga would win. Nikki would walk away $1 million richer. Everything was going according to plan until Jess walked down the stairs at a party wearing red. She was with Garriga. Nikki's heart stopped. He hadn't seen her in 3 years. Now she was smiling on the arm of the man who'd hired him. The staged argument between Nikki and Garriga turned real. Security kicked him out. But the rival team saw what they needed to. Nikki now had their full attention. He met with them the next day. "I've got the real EXR," he said. 3 million euros. They tested it. It worked. They paid. But what no one knew, Nikki sold it to every rival team. The exact same version. One handshake at a time, he collected millions. Later that night, he messaged Jess. "If you still care, meet me. We'll run away together." She came. But before they could escape, Garriga's enforcer ambushed them. The truth had come out. Nikki had sold the original software, not the fake version Garriga expected. They were dragged into a warehouse, money laid out in front of them, guns drawn. Jess screamed. Garriga demanded answers. Nikki stayed silent. Until they held Jess at gunpoint and began cutting off her air. Then he cracked. He confessed that the necklace he gave her, yes, the one she adored, wasn't just a gift. It had a microchip. When Garriga opened the real XR file, the chip stole his password, copied the data, and let Nikki duplicate the software. Jess's eyes filled with tears. Once again, she had been a pawn. Garriga laughed. "Nice story, but I knew she never loved me. She was just after my watches." Jess admitted it. She had faked it all, to make Nikki jealous. Suddenly, a gunshot. Nikki collapsed. Blood pooled under him. Jess screamed. Then, silence. But the shooter wasn't Garriga's man. It was Nikki's father. He had been undercover the whole time, posing as Garriga's butler. The shot missed the heart. The blood was staged. The plan? Flawless. They walked out with all the money. On the way out, Nikki's father looked at him and said, "You broke the one rule. Don't fall in love." Then he vanished, taking all the money with him. Nikki and Jess were left on a sidewalk, penniless, but alive. On the way to the hospital, Nikki noticed something glittering on Jess's wrist. One of Garriga's watches, worth over $200,000. He looked at her. She smirked, and they both smiled. In their world, you don't need luck. Just timing, trust, and a little sleight of hand. If you enjoyed this recap, hit that like button, subscribe for more thrilling movie breakdowns, and let us know. If you were in a con, would you rather be the player or the mark? We'll see you in the next one.